Hello, this is Lee on PublicLee speaking, and on this video I'll address a larger, non-review based issue. I was originally going to do an episode on Keynesian economics, or on the nature of gender differences and their causes, both genetic and societal, but my friends convinced me to start with a lighter and more, pressing issue I'd saved for later, being the issue of Muffin Top. For those of you that are older, not involved in women's fashion, or who merely spend time with those who wear clothing that fits them, Muffin top is the disgusting phenomenon when women wear pants that are several sizes too small for them, but they can still fasten. This creates an effect similar to corsets that pressures and deforms the normal subcutaneous fat upwards, causing the skin above the affected area to expand as the affected area shrinks. Now, in a corset, this shrinks the stomach while increasing the bust. With pants, this shrinks the waist while causing the stomach to expand in a shape that is similar to the top of a muffin, hence the name. The root cause of this is female fixation on numerics over aesthetics in fashion. Now, while this may sound complicated, it's essentially that women care more about the pant size they wear than how they look in said sized pants. Now, there are two reasons for this. The first one is simply bragging rights. Men, wearing a smaller size pants than your friends is the female equivalent of benching more than your bros. Only not literally, because if they could bench more, then they'd be more muscular, needing a larger... Yeah, I'm getting off topic. Anyways, in today's culture, skinnier is better. Now, this is a relatively recent occurrence, starting only in the last century or two. The same underlying reason why some women try to wear lower and lower sizes is the same as why some women will pay $2,000 for a Gucci handbag. Now, I had to go look this up, because I thought they're going to be like $400 or $500, but $2,000 for a large purse? Practically speaking, to justify that amount of money, it should be, I don't know, bigger on the inside. These bags... Wait, I could buy a laptop for $2,000. Right. These bags are so expensive, the price is the point, not utility or appearance. These bags say to other women, and some gay men, that I have so much money that I can spend $2,000 for a small, fashionable leather bag, and it doesn't even matter to me. Just as the price is the point of the handbag over appearance or practicality, the size is the point of the jeans instead of how they fit. Now, this seems like it shouldn't make sense, but this is because of the second point. And the second point has to do with self-image. So, big shocker, women have self-image problems. They all do. Well, at least 95% do. But this image is not only their visual image, but people's perception of them, be it their looks, intelligence, personality, or power. Bigger shocker, men do too. Everyone has had them. Everyone, at some point, worries over how other people see them. It comes with the social nature of the human race. But, to focus again, pants. Practical purposes aside, they are made to make you look good. That is what they're designed for, especially designer pants. Also, if you are healthy and take care of yourself, you probably look good. No one looks good to everyone, but if you're healthy, you probably look good to a lot of people. Now, size extremes, in either direction, are not healthy or attractive. I don't want to date a walking skeleton whose ribs I can see at 40 paces. Nor do I wish to date someone who is nearly as wide as they are tall and can use a bath towel as a thong. Wearing the wrong size of pants is like trying to cut steak with a butter knife instead of, well, a steak knife. Yeah, they kinda look the same, but that's not what it's meant for. You see, size is a neutral thing, neither good nor bad. Only context gives it meaning. Are you larger because you're obese, or are you larger because you're muscular or taller or have a thicker build and bone structure than normal? Conversely, are you smaller because you're naturally thin or short? Or are you starving yourself, or have barely enough muscle mass to do the most menial of tasks? However, modern media has made size a good or bad thing regardless of context, and as they say that skinnier is better, smaller sizes have become good, while larger sizes are bad. Because of this, some women have the belief that smaller sizes make them attractive, and how they fit into these sizes is beyond the point. A healthy size 12 and a healthy size 2, both wearing their respective sizes, will both look good. However, some women believe the media because of the common belief that if everyone says it, it must be true. Which is a topic for another larger issue video. Back to Muffin Top. There is no easy way to solve this. To solve this, one of three things would have to happen. The first is for the media to tell people to dress their size and be healthy, but fat chance of that happening. Second is for women to be self-assured in their attractiveness, but not falsely so, to the point of being pugilistic about it. Like an ugly or fat chick that, given a change of behavior, would be quite attractive, but is so sure that they're sexy that they'll attack anyone who suggests they can do something to look better. Third option is for women to stop wearing pants. This is stupid, because it's ignoring the actual issue. Besides, pants are useful, and if worn with accurate sizes, can be pretty damn sexy. This is a personal issue, so now you know and won't say anything if you see it, which, unfortunately, I didn't know when I first saw this phenomenon, so I tried to be helpful and tactfully pointed out that this girl's pants were a little tight, and she went ballistic, saying, "Are you calling me fat?" And me going, "No, no, but maybe you should wear a slightly larger pant size? It would look good on you and work with your curves." And she heard curves and went off the deep end, maybe thinking I was making a reference to that women's only gym and maybe she should go. So yeah, you'll know it when you see it and you'll know why, so you won't say anything. Next video, I'll start the rotation over again with a TV show review. Maybe reality, maybe sci-fi, maybe 16 and Pregnant. Wait, no way in hell I'm watching that. Well, not yet at least. I'll come back with something interesting, and while this has been mildly depressing, it's also been very informative. This is Lee, publicly speaking, and signing off.